Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Office Society 24/7. How are you all? So let's just start the session. This is our first session of a day that is regarding your principles and practices of banking. So when we talk about principles and practices of banking, this is your paper 2 of of your JAIIB 2024 after IEIFS. Okay. So what actually we have to do in this particular paper? This is the biggest subject of your JAIIB because it covers 55 units in module 4 modules, and these 55 units are very huge. A lot of norms, regulations, restrictions and conditions, everything you have to cover here, as well as the terminologies. There are a lot of terminologies related to banking we have to cover. So this is the biggest subject that we all know. Now what have to be done? First of all, we have to be sure that whatever we are reading, we are having a conceptual understanding, because in the maximum cases you will find from your PPB subject, you will see the case study questions. Okay, what type of questions will be there? There will be case study questions maximum, because it have been seen in May 2023 as well as October 2023. Maximum questions were from the case study. Acha, if you have a case study question, there are two things that have to be done. First, you have to understand the concept. Second, you have to understand the decision making, because whatever condition in the case study, what they are doing, they are creating a certain life situation or a present situation, or we can say simply a life situation they are creating for you, and you have to answer in that situation. If you are in a bank and you are facing this situation, what you will do? So your decision making have to be strong in that particular case. Now your decision making, how it will be strong? After you know what actually the concept is. If you do not know about the concept, if you do not know about the term, let's say for example there is a certain scenario in a bank related to check, and if you do not know what actually the check is, what actually the CTS is, how it actually works, is it a negotiable instrument or not, in which particular section it says that the payment should be in the due course, what if the check have to be dishonored, what if in the check have to be bounced. If you do not know these conditions, if you do not know the sections which are talking about this, it will affect your decision making. So the first and most important thing is having a conceptual understanding. Second, focus on the case study question, like create a situation around you and make answer accordingly. Okay, these are the two things which are very important to be done in your PPB. Okay, so maximum question we can see will be from your case study. So let's start. Now in today's session, what we are going to do, this is your class number 8. So as you know, in the PPB, Principles and Practices of Banking, we have 21 units in module A. Out of 21 units, we have already discussed these 7 units. Now the 8th class is here. We are going to discuss. Okay. Now when it comes to the Achiever series, it is started from 4th of December. If you haven't seen the earlier 7 classes, then do make sure you check the playlist. You will find all the classes recording there. Clear? Now let's move. Which topic is there in the unit number 8 of your, that is foreign exchange remittance for individuals. So what is this particular topic? Let's understand about the topic and then we will move towards the questions. And before that, I will be your mentor for IEIFS and PPB for the JAIIB preparation. If you are preparing for May 2024, do make sure morning 6 AM, evening 7 PM, both the sessions you are regularly watching, both are English medium session for PPB and IEIFS respectively. Okay, now let's start. Achha, apart from that, we have recently started Achievers batch as well from 8th of December. On 8th of December, we had our orientation class about IEIFS, and tomorrow, it means yesterday we had our first demo session of IEIFS. If you haven't seen the sessions, you can check on the playlist. You can, not the playlist but the live section of YouTube channel of Officers at 24/7. You will find the recording there. And if you want to enroll, how to enroll, I will let you know in the end of the session. Now let's start. If I'm talking about foreign exchange, what actually the foreign exchange is? Foreign exchange simply means exchange of currencies. So when you exchange two currencies with each other, that's the foreign exchange. I'm converting rupee into dollar, dollar into rupee, rupee into euro, euro into dollar. These exchange of currencies are known as foreign exchange. Now, when we talk about remittance, foreign exchange remittance simply means you are transferring fund from one place to another. Clear? And that which you are doing in the foreign exchange, it means foreign currency. So simply the remittances have to be done. If I'm talking about remittance can be of two types. Actually, remittance are of actually four types. Depends upon you are doing it within a country or outside the country. So first let's talk about the remittance. Okay, so there domestic remittance and international remittance, and it have inward remittance, outward remittance. Okay, now when you are doing a domestic remittance, you are transferring money within India only, from one bank account to another. In that situation, what will be there in domestic, in the inward remittance in domestic market, it means you are transferring money in same bank. And the outward domestic remittance means you are transferring money in other bank. That is inward and outward transaction in domestic remittance. When it comes to the international remittances, it means if you are talking about inward international remittance, it means money is coming from abroad to India. When the fund is transferred from abroad to India, that is known as your inward transfer, okay, or inward remittance. Outward remittance, when India money is transferred from India to abroad, this is your outward remittance. So do remember, in the domestic remittance, inward outward will be different. In your international remittance, the meaning of inward and outward remittance will be different. So both you have to remember here. Now this is what we are going to talk about, like if you are doing a foreign exchange remittance for the individuals, what are the instruments that can be used, what rules and regulations have to be followed. So let's start with the first question here. First is asking about purchase of foreign currency from resident person is allowed up to dash or equivalent. And the options we have here is $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Now you have to answer, if you purchase foreign currency from resident person, then up to what amount it is allowed. A, B, C or D. $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 or $4,000. What amount should be? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, and the right answer for this particular question will be your A option, that is $1,000. So if you purchase foreign currency from resident person, if you are purchasing foreign currency from the resident person only, it is allowed up to how much amount? $1,000 or equivalent. Okay, now next we have, which of the following is are not the feature of FEMA? Achha, if we are talking about FEMA, let's understand one thing. Earlier, what used to happen, Indian economy used to be the closed economy. Now, what is closed economy? Closed economy means the economy where there is a restrictions by government on the export and import of goods and services. That economy is known as your closed economy. India used to be the closed economy. So, in 1947, actually, we have introduced Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. As the name suggests, Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. A lot of regulations, restrictions used to be there on the foreign exchange. It means the transfer of, the exchange of currency. If you want to exchange the currency, a lot of restrictions have to be followed by you, and accordingly, these restrictions was given under the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act, and it is observed or managed by Reserve Bank of India. Clear? What happened then? In 1973, the FARA Act was amended. Certain changes have been done, but not the restrictions. They are not removed. So Foreign Exchange Regulation Act was always focusing on how to create a restriction on the foreign exchange transaction. Like, it's very obvious, if I want to transfer the fund from India to abroad, there is a restriction. And let's say, for example, if I am going for a medical emergency, for the tourist, and let's say for education, whatever purpose I am going abroad, I am coming from abroad to India, there is a limit. For this particular purpose, this amount of money will be exchanged, not more than that. Then what happened? After this, in 1991, the LPG happened. Liberalization, privatization and globalization. What is it? I have told you in the IE/IFS sessions, where we have discussed Unit 6 globalization and Unit 7 economic reform, right? So liberalization, privatization, globalization, when we are talking about, the globalization is a way by which we had made Indian economy an open economy. It means there is no restriction from the side of the government on the export and import of goods and services. So one side we are saying whatever you want, how much you want, you can export and import from India, because now your economy is open. But on the other side, you had FARA Act that was putting restrictions on the exchange of the goods and on the exchange of the currency. And these two were not going together. So what happened? In 1999, we have introduced, we means the RBI have replaced FARA with FAMA. Now the FAMA stands for Foreign Exchange Management Act. Now this said that we are only going to manage the foreign exchange. We are not going to put any restrictions. We are only going to manage the foreign exchange, and that's where the globalization was supported by the FAMA. Okay, and this is how the FAMA have been introduced. Okay, so now you have to answer which of the following is not the feature of FAMA Act. First is saying FAMA empowers the central government to impose restriction. Second, the transaction foreign exchange should be made only through an authorized person. Payment to or receipt from any person outside India, as also other deals in foreign exchange and foreign security are restricted. Foreign exchange transaction, foreign security dealing, or owning or holding immovable property abroad by people living in India, they are restricted. So these are the 4 statements given to you. Out of this, you have to answer which of the following is not a feature of FAMA. Not a feature. So if you read the first statement, it's saying FAMA empowers the central government to impose restriction. This is not true. Obviously, this is not true. And I have just explained you in the FAMA, it has said that we are going to manage the foreign exchange. No restriction will be putting on here. So FAMA empowers the central government to impose the restriction. So this is not the correct. Now the transaction foreign exchange should be made only through an authorized person. This is true. Authorized person, it means the person, any entity or any person to whom RBI allowed that you can transact, you can perform the exchange of currency, or you can participate in the foreign exchange. Now, payment to or receipt from any person outside India, as also other deals in the foreign exchange, foreign security restricted. This is true. Foreign exchange transaction, foreign security dealings, or owing or holding a property abroad by people living in India are restricted. This is true. So it means not a feature is your only first option. So right answer will be your C. Okay, right answer your C. Next question. The ceiling on the amount permitted to be remitted under the liberalized remittance scheme initially was $. So liberalized remittance scheme was introduced by RBI in 2004, in which outward remittance limit have been given. It means LRS scheme, that is liberalized remittance scheme, allows money to be transferred to abroad from India. And if I talk about this remittance, this is the outward remittance. Okay, this is the outward remittance. And the amount which is right now allowed by the RBI, that is $2.5 lakh. in a financial year. In a financial year, this amount of money can be transferred from India to abroad. Clear? And this can be transferred by the resident individual of the country, including minor. So this amount of transfer or this liberalized remittance scheme is not for the corporates, trust, Hindu undivided family, etc. It is only for the resident individuals who are living in India, and that will also include your minor. Minor means the person who have not attained the age of 18 years. Okay. So this is the right now amount, and it used to be how much amount? $25,000. Okay, from $25,000 it have been increased to $2.5 lakh in a financial year. So your answer will be D. Remember both the amounts. Entity which are authorized by RBI to carry out a specified non-trade related current account transaction, all the activities permitted to full-fledged money changers and any other activities as decided by the Reserve Bank and shall include upgraded FFMCS, select regional rural bank, select urban cooperative banks, and other entities comes under category of authorized dealer. Now let me know authorized dealer category 1, category 2, category 3 or category 4. Which of the following is correct? A, B, C or D? So as I have told you, authorized dealers means the parties, the banks, the institutions, the person to whom RBI have allowed to participate in the foreign exchange transaction. Okay, and the category here is second. Okay, so authorized dealer category second will be the party here. So right answer is B. Next question we have, as per FEMA, the basic criteria for a person to be considered a resident in India is the stay in India during the preceding financial year, which must be for a minimum dash. So which of the following is true here? So if we are talking about non-resident Indians, who are non-resident Indian, they are the citizen of our country who are living abroad for 182 days or more than 182 days in a year. Okay, and similarly, if you want to call a certain person resident, that will be the same duration, 182 days or more than that in one financial year. Okay, so right answer will be 182 days. It is same for non-resident Indian, for the resident. Now, drawal of foreign exchange by resident is not permitted for visit to which particular country? Bhutan, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. If you are going to visit which of the following country, you are not allowed the drawal of foreign exchange, and the country you have is, that is Bhutan. The right answer will be your Bhutan. Okay, so right answer is A. Next question. Next we have remittances under the Indo-Nepal remittance scheme are made under the dash system. First is saying it has dedicated remittance, it has NEFT, RTGS, SWIFT. Which of the following is true? So remittances under Indo-Nepal remittance scheme are made under the dash system. Which system? A, B, C or D? So Indo-Nepal remittance is allowed, but is only one-sided remittance. This is only one-side remittance, that is from India to Nepal you can transfer the fund. From Nepal to India cannot be transferred, and the way that we can be utilized, that is NEFT. So with the help of NEFT we can do remittance from India to Nepal, and that is known as Indo-Nepal remittance. This is one-sided remittance. It means from India to Nepal the fund can be transferred with the help of National Electronic Fund Transfer. Acha, apart from that, if I am talking about NEFT, RTGS, IMPS, now all the three are 24/7 service. Earlier only in IMPS used to be 24/7, but now NEFT and RTGS are also. Apart from that, if we talk about these methods of fund transfer, NEFT, RTGS are still managed by Reserve Bank of India, and IMPS comes under the NPCI. Okay, so let me know how many answers you have given correct in this particular session. And as I was telling you that we have started the new batch, that is the Achievers batch, started from 8th of December. Only 2 classes happened for IEIFS. One was orientation class, second was your first class of module C, unit number 20, Indian Financial System. Okay, if you haven't seen the sessions on YouTube, the recording is available, you can check that. And how to enroll? For enrollment, you can use the code Y496. You will get 78% discount. But before enrolling in the batch, first download the 24/7 application. After downloading the application, you have to go to the exam category. Okay, and there the exam category you have to select is JAIIB CIB. So this is your home page. Select the exam category, that is JAIIB CIB. After selecting the exam category, you will find here the JAIIB May 2024. Click on the view all option and all the batches will be available. Right now Mahapack is there. Achievers batch is there. If you want, individual subject batch is also available. Hana? Whatever language you want. So how to enroll? Just click on the batch you want to enroll. Check the offerings of the batch. You will find here like what will be offered in the particular batch. Okay, the live classes, the package includes what? So you can read here what the actually package includes. Another study plans are also available for IEIFS, retail banking and wealth management, because these 2 subjects have been started. Okay, now how to enroll? After checking all these things, just click on the buy now option. Okay, when you click on the buy now option, if you use this code, you will get 75% discount. So do not, for maximum discount, you can use the code Y496, by which you can get 77% discount, plus by using the same code on application, you will get 1% additional discount. It means 78% discount. 9-month validity will be there by using this code. Okay, and if you're talking about Achievers batch, this will give you first the conceptual live classes that will be available in recording form as well. Second, topic wise mock test, full length mock test, ebook. All these benefits will be there in the Achievers batch for the 9 months validity for your May 2024. Okay, so this is the information how to enroll in the batch. Apart from that, if you want to join the regular sessions on YouTube for your IEIFS and PPB, or AFM and retail banking and wealth management, so do subscribe the channel now and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification properly given to you. Okay, and if you have missed any particular session, what you have to do, just go to the playlist, check the playlist, and from there you can find all the sessions you can watch recording of. Okay, and if you have any doubt in the session, you know you can ask in the comment section, because I will be checking your comment and will answer your query there. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you all for joining the session. In the evening, we are going to meet again at 7 PM for IEIFS session. So thank you everyone for joining the session and have a great day.